My name is Erik Burton. This is a video on my final project for WDD330 web development, and my final project is a weather app, and it is an app as you can see displayed here where a user can enter a city and they'll search for that city and it'll return the temperature of the city, the current temperature, the location, what the weather is like, the sunrise time, the sunset time, and then below it will give a 24-hour forecast, also showing the sunrise time, the weather icons, and then the sunset time. So let's go ahead and dive into the code. Let's take a look at the final code. So I'm going to talk about how I built a simple weather application using JavaScript and how to integrate it with the Open Weather Map API to fetch real-time weather data. So let's just take a look at the basic HTML structure here of my app. It just includes placeholders for displaying weather information, such as the temperature, weather icon, and the hourly forecast that we can see here, as well as the sunrise, sunset, and info. Let's go ahead and take a look at the JavaScript part of the code. So let's check out the JavaScript code. As I mentioned, the getWeatherApp function here is the key to our application. It's responsible for fetching the weather data from the Open Weather Map API when the user searches for a city. We can see here's our API key, and these are the URLs that we're using to fetch the hourly forecast, the current weather, and the sunrise and sunset. So fetching weather data from the API. In this section, I use the fetch API to send HTTP requests to the Open Weather Map API endpoints. Here I can retrieve the current weather, the hourly forecast, sunrise and sunset data for any specified city that is plugged in. When I want to display the weather, once I have the weather data, the display weather data function formats and displays the current weather information on the web page. This includes a city name, temperature, weather description, and the weather condition. We also want to handle errors. If we have any error handling, if the city is not found or if the input is blank, it will catch those errors. This is going to ensure a smoother user experience. So displaying the hourly forecast and the sunrise and sunset times, we use these functions here. So to display the weather data, the temp info, we're getting the element by the ID temp div, temperature display div, the weather info display div, the weather icon image, and then finally I added some animation, just some basic animation effects, just to for fun, because I thought it was something cool that we learned. So here we're doing that in the CSS. Let's look at the CSS real quick. The CSS, we're just looking here at giving the body some background color to make it look nice and neat. We're having a container for the weather, making it look nice and neat, adding some colors to the H2 style tags, inputs, buttons, and let's get to the animation that I had said. So here we're having a shake animation. It's for half a second, ease in and ease out, and transform and translate different ways to make it do different things and act differently. So let's go ahead and take a look at the app. Here's the app and how I designed the body. So here's our icon that we have at the top. So if we enter a city, let's enter, I live in St. Augustine, Florida. We click search. Here's the animation I'm talking about. So it just kind of shakes just to show you what city we chose. The current temperature is 48 degrees Fahrenheit. The sunrise is 7:01:59 a.m. tomorrow. The sunset is at 6:16:36 p.m. tomorrow. And our forecast in 3-hour intervals for the next 24 hours, 48 degrees, 49 degrees, 4 a.m. is 49 degrees, 7 a.m. and at 10 a.m. it looks like we're going to have the sun come out. Let's try another city. Let's try Los Angeles. Click search. And it tells us that Los Angeles has moderate rain, 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunrise at 9:34:05 a.m. and the sunset at 8:39:54 p.m. And let's try New York. And the current temperature is 34 degrees Fahrenheit with a clear sky. The sunrise is at 6:45 and a sunset at 5:34, and our 24-hour forecast in 3-hour intervals. So it looks like you're going to have a pretty cool day tomorrow. All right, and there you have it. That concludes my presentation. So just with a few lines of JavaScript code, I can integrate that with the Open Weather Map API, and I've created a simple yet functional weather application that anybody can get some basic information on. I did learn a lot in this class. It was challenging. I had fun. This was a fun project, working with teams and how other people work together, and the different challenges that we overcome, and especially in today's world where a lot of people are working remote, and working with other people in different countries was very, very unique and very challenging, but very rewarding. So thanks for watching. This project served as a better understanding for me how to build a weather app using JavaScript and API integration. Thank you.